Hey guys, it's nice to be here. Welcome to Friendship Shaving, unusually for me, for an early morning shave. Now, I know a lot of you guys find my shaving videos to be relaxing, and I'd like to give a quick shout out to Steve K in Florida, who is one of those gentlemen. Now, Steve had a Rex Ambassador that he could not get on with despite trying everything to get a good shave with it, and he traded it in for a revamped and replated Gillette Fatboy adjustable razor, and that, gentlemen, is the type of razor that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using my rhodium plated Fatboy adjustable razor, and I'm going to put in a Persona Israeli Blue. I believe that's what these are. They are sold also as crystals, I believe, in America, but we shall take one of those out and pop it in. And while I'm doing that, I'll tell you that today I'm going to be comparing two types of Tabac soap, the tallow version and the non-tallow version. I've had a couple of shaves in the week doing exactly what I've done today, and I'll let you know the results, and we'll talk through my shave as it happens today. I'm just going to put that on to setting 5. I never remember which one I like it on, but we'll start with setting 5. So today I've got my original tallow version and the non-tallow version, which comes in this shaving stick. I've used the same type of knot in my brushes. I'm using a black synthetic knot. So I've got my Mohawk, my vintage Mohawk, and I've got my Astreus brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I've got 2 bowls, obviously, and I tried to pick out a similar type of bowl. So I've got my Perrieras shaving bowl, and in there with this beautiful clear brush is the non-tallow version of the soap. It has lathered up very well. Now let me tell you, I have loaded each brush with 40 seconds of soap. So I'll just count it to myself. So it's not exact, but 40 seconds. And I did that with each brush. Worked the soap around the bottom of each bowl, and then I used my shaving spoon from the Byron shaving company to put in a teaspoon of water into each bowl. I worked that in, and then I added, not a teaspoon, another spoon of water, and I've worked that in. So there we go, that's where we're at. I'm going to rinse my face, and we'll start the shave. Clear brush, non-tallow, vintage Mohawk, and I'm going to keep that one down by the sink. It's the tallow version of the soap. Now, in case you don't know, Tabac is a very distinctive scent, and it is actually, in the top notes, it is scented with pepper, bergamot and petitgrain. In the middle notes, it is carnation, lavender and geranium, and in the base notes, sandalwood, musk and vetiver. Now, when I first put my nose to the puck of soap. The non-tallow version smells a little brighter and a little more floral, but it is a brighter floral than the original tallow version of the soap. That seemed to be a slightly heavier scent, in the way that some florals have a heaviness to them. That was how the original tallow smelled to me. And by keeping the load time and the amount of water the same, I felt we could perhaps compare each soap reasonably well. So I'm going to put this on. And then get soap out of the mouth, and on the other side of my face, I'll just work this around because it's been sat a little while, but we will put on the tallow version. Now, I'll tell you straight away, and this is what I found through the week, that the tallow, both soaps, mixed up in an identical manner. You know, when the water was added, there was some soapy suds and lots of bubbles, and I worked the bubbles out and got what looks to be a nice lather. But I can tell you that the tallow version on the brush has more of a sheen to it than the non-tallow version. The non-tallow version seems to look a bit dull in comparison. And I felt all week that the tallow version is a little bit thicker. It feels nicer going on. It is, what have I put down here? Creamier. Feels nicer on the face. And perhaps you can see the non-tallow side is a little thinner than the tallow side. Now, perhaps with a little more soap or a little less water, you would work it to get a similar lather on your face, but with the way I've done it, it's a little bit thinner. So there we go. That's where we're at with the soap. Let's try a first pass with this beautiful razor. That was a stunning gift from my friend Sven in Germany. One of many that he passed on to me. Now I'm going to go the other side. Let's see if there's a difference. Guys, there is. I can tell you straight away that the tallow side feels a little more slick. I'll put some water on my fingers. Yeah. I can feel it on the razor that it is a little slicker. And I can feel it with my fingers on my face. And that is pretty much exactly what I found during the week. Now guys, I used a different razor blade in the week, and now these blades, I've used these blades before, and they are very good normally, but this one is definitely not feeling so smooth at all. Which is unusual because I've got a very nice razor. And you would think it would work with that very nice blade, but it seems a little rough today. Not badly so, I must say, but just definitely rougher than usual. So he says, looking for another blade. I'm going to swap that out. I was pondering then, should I stick with it? It's a Super Platinum Plus. So I would have said that that would be an excellent blade, but just at the moment it is not working for me. So we are going to swap, excuse me, reaching across, trying not to knock everything off. Have I got an open packet of those? I'm going to swap for a winner, guys. Oh, upside down. One of those. Beautiful blades these are, absolutely, they really are. So let's just swap that straight away. And I would recommend you do this, guys. Don't put up with a poor blade or a blade that doesn't go with a particular razor. Just swap it out. This is a Gillette blade and it is a special platinum. These are lovely. So there we go, we'll keep it on setting 5 for the second pass. A little rinse. And absolutely guys, this side of my face where the tallow soap is definitely more slick. No question about it. But as I say, a little more soap or a little less water, that may fix itself. But of course it would be quite something, it would be quite difficult to try and judge by eye getting the soap exactly the same consistency. So I'm afraid you're stuck with what you've got for today's video. But I can definitely feel that this lather is, well, it's quite nice. It's a little more aerated, definitely a little more fluffy. It goes on my spectacles just the same though. And it tastes horrible. Oh, the other bowl, by the way, is the lather churn from Byron Shaving Company. There we are. Can you see a difference there between the two. I think there's a slightly thicker soap on the tallow. Second pass, there's not so much in it as the soap has sat on the brushes now for a little while. Oh my goodness, that's better. Now that is a nice blade, really nice. And just goes to show you the importance of a particular blade in a razor. And how the feel of the shave can change so dramatically between one razor blade and another. And I always thought before I really got into shaving in this traditional way that a razor blade was a razor blade. You know, I always thought they were all the same. Far from it. With all the different coatings and their combinations. Now that was nice. That was very nice on that side. But what I said earlier still stands. Oh yeah, it's definitely more slick. The original tallow version. Not only is it slick, it's providing more comfort. No doubt about it. We are talking quite small amounts here, but there's a definite difference. Yeah, definite difference. Now I'm just going to open this up slightly to take the pressure off the mechanism, because it is a very old razor, and I'm going to knock this down to setting. Let's go setting 4 for the final pass. And just to let you know, and I'm having a look to remind myself, this is G, trying to catch a light, G2 this razor. So the date code is G2. So that is 1961. The second quarter of 1961. I won't like that look. To wipe the soap off my face, but it's on my spectacles. GHI, yeah, I is 1963, so yeah. There we go, a vintage razor. Incredible, isn't it, to shave with a razor from 1961. Absolutely amazes me. Let me just smell the two soaps, the two bowls, see if there's a difference now. Not so much of a difference, but the newer version, the non-tallow version, definitely seems to have more of a scent in the bowl. Whereas the tallow version, the scent has died down a little bit. Now, that could be because this is an older soap. Possibly the scent has just died down. This could be as simple as that. So I think some of you guys will know. Some of you guys will be convinced that the tallow is better. I know Leslie will be one such gentleman who does like his tallow soaps. Yeah, I definitely see that's creamier, thicker texture going onto my face. It does feel nicer going on the tallow soap. It's a strange thing, but you wouldn't think something so simple as putting a little bit of soap or a little bit of lather on your face could feel different between two types of soap. But yeah, absolutely it does. Oh guys, this razor is stunning. If you have not yet purchased a Gillette adjustable razor, do yourselves a favour, get a revamped one. You won't lose money on it. Well, certainly not much anyway. And treat yourself to a very nice, mild, gentle shave. Oh, there's something on my skin there. Just tag the razor a little bit. Tag the blade rather. Yeah. Very, very nice indeed. Both sides are nice, but the tallow is better. Definitely more slickness. And of course you'll be struggling to get hold of it now that they've changed the recipe. That's a fantastic shave. But I'll tell you what guys, if I was going to work I couldn't shave like this in the morning. I've taken far too long, which is why I normally shave in the afternoons, late afternoons or evenings. My mum's gone off to hospital today for a little operation. She's having a cataract fixed on one of her eyes. So when she comes back, she'll have a bionic eye. Now guys, I know I've mixed the soap up there with my hands. I've mixed the sides up. I've rubbed my hands together. There is still a very slight difference. The tallow side is definitely more slick. Oh, I've dropped my towel. I've got two towels on the floor down here, so we'll go with this one on the door. Now guys, that's a fantastic BBS shave. Absolutely brilliant with that razor blade. The winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Couple of squirts of Tabac, Countryman. Love this. I ordered some aftershave. It never came through, you know. Just disappeared in the ether. Oh, I love the citrus scent on this. And it dies down to that lovely Tabac. That's a beautiful shave, guys. So, the winner is Tabac Tallow version, the older version of the soap. A beautiful shave with a beautiful Gillette adjustable razor. Thanks for joining me today. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you next time out. All the very best to you, wherever you are. Take care now. Bye-bye.